So that was the time of Team No Sleep?
Yeah, we connected then.
Okay.
Team No Sleep, but before even meeting Sheebah, I was friends with Jeff.
Okay.
The Kavakwas, the AKs, they used to meet me in bars, of course. It's not like we were really, really close. No. But I think me becoming a friend to Sheebah, became more reason to be around those people so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Because by then the Jeffs, I used to only meet them in bars. And that's it.
Okay.
There wasn't that close relationship that was there when I met Sheebah after them.
Okay, so you became very close to Sheebah.
We're so close.
All right. Did you start like staying together, or you just
No,
used to hang together all the time?
We used not to stay together, but of course when we go out, when she had a show, we could go, come back in the morning, and I didn't have a reason to go to my house. She had an extra room, I could sleep, wake up. We were so close that we could set programs together.
Okay.
So you had no reason to leave. Be there for her and make it together wherever you plan to be.
Okay. So this whole time, did you still have that? Did you have the dream of becoming a musician?
No, I had lost it by then. I lost it when I joined the partying life. When you're into that life, you just don't know who you are to be true. I don't think that is life anyway. Actually, one thing I'm always grateful about my friend Sheebah is she's the reason I actually stopped that life, and I'll forever be grateful. I used to tell her that, because regardless of her being an artist, she wasn't ever out, you know. So when we became friends, she was asking me like, do you ever think about that life? Do you love that life? When she said that, I actually cried because I had gone through a lot, yeah. I made so many mistakes as a girl. I used to find myself with people that I did intend to, say maybe always meeting different men, lying to yourself that every girl knows this, that where you go and just be with men on dates and all that, it doesn't have to be like they have to sleep with you. I'll be honest, I don't know what prostitution is. And it was a hard time for me because I was always looked at that. There's no man who can see you every day and respect you. So I cried when she asked me, and I'm like, I'm not happy. I'm tired. She asked me, like, do you have a dream? Do you have something you love? And I'm like, yeah, I love music, I love modeling. We shared a moment, and first thing we did was first let go of partying life. So I could spend most of the time with her at her house. Maybe instead of going out, could buy wine and be at her balcony, or she comes at my house and spend some good time, talk, laugh. She was good vibe. We were good vibe. We always found ourselves being connecting in everything.
So you made a conscious decision to stop partying and change your life.
And I did because of her. Because I don't know if I was really happy that I'm a friend to a friend who is doing something I loved, music. First of all, I was a fan. So that also brought me so much, gave me so many reasons for me to change my life. Because I was looking at her, she's an artist, but she's not always out.
And she's hardworking.
You know, she's very hardworking. Every day she gets up and makes things happen. It was quite inspiring, and I got addicted to being around her, helping her, because I was doing nothing. I had no job, I had no work. In the long run still, we used to go together on shows, like I said. Then media started writing things about me that weren't good, you know. And my parents found out, my stepdad found out, when actually there's an article that was in the papers that I'm a girlfriend to her. They used to call me a lesbian, and when it comes to our family, it's something so big. I'm not saying being a lesbian is bad, but because us in this generation, we know, we've been told these are people as well but there's no way you could convince your mom or your stepdad, my stepdad, that happens. You know, it was a strict religious family that can't even understand that. Even when you try to understand them. I used to fight for my friend not to be judged because I could talk to my mom and dad. I'm like, no, it's not true. Even what they say on Sheebah is not true. And defend her all the time. So that also killed so much for me. But I didn't look at that. I focused on being a friend to my friend. I focused on building with her. But then again, that only, being around her and my family saw that, they could pressure me. Like, what next now? Now you're from being a party person, always in bars, now you're behind an artist who is being called a lesbian, like they used to say that. I'm like, what am I going to do? I got frustrated at a point and started traveling. Yeah, as a girl, yes, I had those men I used to meet. I was blessed, they were rich, so they could give me trips, go meet them. I used to do that out of frustration because I had nothing to do. So whenever I used to think about that, it was quite hurting. You just find yourself not feeling good about yourself. I don't even know what kind of life is that. I don't want to think about it. So when I started traveling, I used not to get enough time with my friend. Yeah. She just wakes up in the morning and I tell her, I'm like, I'm going to South Africa. It's like, eh, how? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to see someone. But then again, I used not to show her the frustration that I had from my family. It was back in my mind. I didn't want it to control me.
That you had all that pressure on you?
No. Because I knew she would feel bad. I knew she would be like, maybe my family doesn't love her. So I had to keep it all to myself, and I swear I never told anyone, because I'm so much of a loner, and she was the only friend that actually got so close that I could share anything. So I used to, when I traveled, first I went to Abu Dhabi. I spent there like a month. So when I was there, I have a sister. She's called Babazi. She's already there. She works at Cheesecake. So when I arrived, I called her. So she was like, what? How did you even get here? I'm like, good day. Yeah, I met her at a mall where she used to work, talked to her, and opened up to her. I'm like, yes, I'm here. I'm not lying. I'm not here because of this. I'm here because I was invited by someone. But then again, I'm tired of this life. It wasn't like I was lacking a lot. Yes, you're always having what to wear, what to eat, that money, but for some reason, it can never be enough.
Yeah, you felt like because for yourself you were not doing anything.
You feel useless at a point, always waiting for someone to give you something. So whenever you used to want something, that when you don't have it, it's quite frustrating. You had to lie or do something you wouldn't want, or do it out of pressure to get something. So I sat with her. I'm like, I'm not going back there. I actually reached a point where my friend wanted to take me away to go do prostitution abroad, to be honest, and I refused. Yeah, one of the friends that I used to party with, because they used to see me like that. You know, I was with them then, but I used not to do what they used to do. So, and they used to show you like they have so much than you. But I never got tempted to look at that, and it was a very person, I was raised with a woman who is rich at heart. Yes, I wasn't really into desiring so much. Whenever I used to have what's enough for me, that was it. So my friend told me about it. Because I was frustrated, I thought about it. I'm like, oh God, I can't. So that's when I went to Abu Dhabi. I honestly didn't know how I'm going to get that job, what I wanted to do, but I was ready. I was ready, even if it means to do cleaning in Abu Dhabi, to do that, you know, just not to come back in the life that was making me feel so bad. So she was like, okay, now how are you going to tell that man? How are you going to live there? I'm like, I'm going to send you my address, get a Uber, come pick me. I'm taking out my cases and I'm going to leave that apartment with no one. I don't care. She came because our Mondays were her off days. She came, picked me with my suitcase, and I was gone.
Okay.
So that man used to call me like, hey, where are you? Are you okay? I'm like, at my sister's. So are you coming back? I'm like, I'm only coming back if you do what I ask you to do for me.
Help me get a job.
Yeah, because I was with him for quite some time. But quite some time, I mean a year, you know. And he liked me, yes. But I reached a point, I'm like, if someone likes you, or if they love you, they will do anything for you. When I tested him and he didn't show his focus on that, that's what killed everything.
Okay.
So I left, reached at my sister's, and I called him. I'm like, I've left your house. I have your keys. Meet me somewhere in Abu Dhabi, yes, Mall, at my sister's workplace. I can give you back the keys. I think I'm focused on finding what to do.
Okay.
He was very scared because remember, he's the person that invited me.
Yeah.
So if I
Anything happened with you?
make an overstay, he will be paying.
Yeah.
It was very, very worried, started putting me on pressure. I'm like, calm down, don't worry. I'm not going to make you pay for anything. I honestly felt bad actually when he started pressuring me to go back because now I hadn't given him what he wanted, and it was a very tough moment for me. I felt so bad. And I remember asking God, I'm like, if I'm making any wrong choice, please guide me. Because he knew my pain more than anyone.
So were you able to get a job?
I did.
Okay.
To be honest. What I can say, I'm a very blessed person. That I'm so grateful for everything in my life and how things used to happen naturally.
Okay.
All I did was call my friend down here. I actually called my roommate, Abiba. Sent her out my mom's to email me my my script, my P7 documents, my senior 4, senior 6. Then she sent them, printed them, got passport photos. Now I was remaining with only 2 weeks.
Okay.
So when I got all my documents, I'm like, let me look for a job.
Okay.
Most of the times when I was staying at my sister's, I used not to love to stay. I used to go with her at the mall.
To the mall.
And walk around. So one day I was moving in, in that mall, there is somewhere they call it the center point. There are always different brands, Splash, Armani and all that, like in portions. So I was taking around, I was walking around with her. All of a sudden, the store manager of Center Point saw me. He was Indian.
Okay.
Of course, in my mind, I knew, I mean, he has seen a black girl, all they want is sleep with you. I didn't pay attention to him. Met myself very busy that I couldn't even give him a chance to even say hello. So he went to my sister and asked her, like, hey, hello, is that your sister? My sister was like, yes. Like, she's very rude. So my sister was like, no, she's not. She's just like that. So he's like, oh, okay, I like her. She laughed. So I didn't know what they talked to me. I was very busy shopping. Making myself busy. After all that, we went. I was clearing at the counter. I saw my sister still talking to this Indian. I'm like, what's going on?
What are they talking about?
Baba's Lamin, let's go. So she called me and like, please come. I didn't know that actually my sister had told her I'm looking for a job.
Ah, okay.
So for some reasons he stayed. I don't know why. So when they came to me, I asked my sister, I'm like, oh, Ali Mukwana is here to get a personally. I'm not interested. I looked in front of that Indian. I'm like, oh, hello. I know you want to sleep with me, but I wouldn't want to be that girl for you. I'm looking for a job. My sister had told him. So he told me as well. He's like, yeah, your sister told me. Then he was like, okay, have my number. Call me tomorrow. Maybe I can get you a job.
Oh, okay.
No, he gave us the number and then invited me for coffee in the evening. I refused. I told my sister, I'm like, but Andy, that's how they start. It starts with dinner and boom. I refused. I didn't go that evening, so I had to come back with my sister in the morning when she's going to work. I met him. Yeah. This time around, okay, when we went back, I was talking with him on phone. Like, tomorrow you can come with your papers, have a look at them, and see what I can do for you. Because he was the store manager. I went ahead and prepared myself. I organized my passport photos, put them in an envelope and everything, and went with a prayer.
Got the job?
With a prayer. I'm going to tell you how I got the job. So we met, gave him my documents. He didn't tell me anything that day.
Okay.
I waited for the next day. He called me actually in the morning. It's like, congratulations. I think I got you a job, but we have to pray because it wasn't the right person to decide that now you have the job. You had to first talk to the bosses.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, now I started getting hope that maybe something is going to work out. I went there the next day. Actually, he had talked to his bosses of Amani, and they had a portion they had no worker in Dubai.
Okay.
So he told me everything, like, now I got your job, there's a Amani store, it is in Dubai, they pay you this and this. If you're ready, I can take you for that interview in Dubai. You do it and you have a job. I'm like, okay. I was excited. My sister was like, what? People come in Dubai for even 3 months and they don't get anything. I'm like, ooh, maybe my mom is praying. I called her, I was very excited. She was really, really excited. But all she asked me, like, can you handle?
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I think I can because Baba's is this side. She knew her, of course. She's going to help me, teach me all this new life. She was like, okay. I got a job the next day. Like, every day it was a new day that things could happen, to be honest. The next day, that guy picked me. But in my mind, I knew, oh, this guy is doing this because he wants me. I never got that out of my mind. But I think he also saw how focused I was and how I wanted that. And I'm super, super happy that he believed in me and went ahead to go hard for me.
That's how your life changed.
That's how my life changed.
So how long were you there?
It's a very funny story.
Oh.
When I got the job, I went for the interview. I remember I didn't have a suit. I didn't know how they dress up when you're going for the interviews and all that. And that is a very strict country. You have to be all dressed up.
Yes.
Nina Rose showed up in a very short dress, a bandage dress with the cutouts.